St. John, he's all about love. This is the key. How many times has James said, just in today's readings, that God is love? These three words, God is love. We already noted that the Catechism highlights that Jesus reveals the innermost secret of God. And the innermost secret of God is that God is an eternal exchange of love. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We know that God himself is not simply a monolith, right? God is a unity, but he's a trinity of persons. That love is not what God does. Love is who God is. And so here we are, made in God's image and likeness, which means that we are made for love. And what does John say? We love because he first loved us. This is so incredible. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. This is chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment, and he who fears is not perfected in love. We love, again, as I said, we love because he first loved us. This is so important for us, that you were loved first, that he loved you first. Before anything else. Sometimes people can resent the fact. I mean, I've talked with a lot of people who have said, I never asked God to make me. I never asked God to have a life. I've never asked God to exist. And they resent God because pain has done something to them. It's done a number on their hearts. And yet at the same time, why did God make them? Not for pain. He made them for love. And we have to respond to that love. Of course, we don't just receive it. And that's true. We do receive God's love. But we don't just receive that love. As John points out, the way to love God is to obey his commandments. We have to love our neighbor, of course, by taking care of our neighbor, but we love God by obeying his commandments. And he says in chapter 5, this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not burdensome. And that is so critical for us. Remember, we heard that yesterday. I kind of anticipated today's reading where John says, he who does not love his brother whom he sees cannot truly love the God whom he does not see. And so we have to love our neighbor. That's one way we love God. The other way we love God is through worship. The other way we love God is through obedience to his commands. And that is, that's the test. And that's why I just say, God, please help me. Please help me.